It's everything. It's clear that he's a leader. It's a leader because you need the charisma in order to deal with 80 or 90 or 100 professors of orchestra. You need to have character. It's not enough if you are a very good musician. So you have to have the hands, you have to have the movements, you have to have to be clear, and then you have to have something to say. The idea to make a masterclass, and that's I would say the second masterclass that I do, because I always refuse to do it. But I think that we have to give what we have learned and studied from the big professors that I personally had, and then from the orchestras, for all the experience that I had personally, we have to give it to the young generation. So it's a duty. I think it's our duty, and I thought to do this masterclass here in Katowice because it's a very serious orchestra, it's a very serious direction, and really I'm very, very happy because they organized it perfectly, really perfectly. And I think that the candidates, between the candidates, I'm sure that 2 or 3 of them will be conductors and will do a very good career.
It's a really good opportunity to study with Daniel Oren, and I do feel his passion of music, especially on the opera repertoire. And he's not a teacher who gave you a lot of technique idea, but it's all about music. It's all about music. So everything comes from music itself, and technique or other surface things, it's not important. Most important things, it's music itself.
Widzę, że dużo mamy takich, myślę, jakichś wspólnych cech, jeżeli chodzi o rozumienie muzyki, takich jakichś silnych kontrastów i takich mocnych, emocjonalnych spraw, więc tak, myślę, że znacznie trudniej mi by było się dogadać z dyrygentem stoikiem.
Jest to człowiek wielkiego formatu i staramy się czerpać od niego ile się da.
Actually, I came mainly for Maestro Oren, and personally from Israel, and he's also Israeli and Jewish and religious like me. So I'm really expecting to talk about religion and conducting with him, which is sometimes there's a lot of clashing between the two things, but also mainly to learn from him, also a lot from opera. And just he's such a great conductor, so it's a great opportunity to learn from him.
Maestro Oren, of course, very well known everywhere, especially for his opera productions. So we have also the opportunity not only to do the famous symphonic repertoire, but also to work with singers on the spot with him.
They don't know very much, especially about opera, because I think that in the Hochschule, in the school, in the conservatoire, you don't learn nothing about opera. I don't know why. I did one master class, and I never will forget it. And that was when I was 18, and I went to Siena to make a master class with the very famous Franco Ferrara in Siena. He was very, very famous. He was ill. He had an illness that he couldn't conduct. If not, it's, I think, the greatest conductor ever really. And then were some moments, and the best moments was the moments that he conducted. He went on the stage and conducted. And from these moments, we learned the most. So I think that there are at least, as I say, 2 or 3 that are capable to learn to learn, to understand what you do, because I think that at least one or two of them I can take as an assistant. I'm very, very optimistic when I saw the young generation, and I think it will leave a sign in their heart.
Who's a conductor? For me personally, a conductor is part of the orchestra.
Nowadays, conductors is unlike before. Now I always think that a conductor is a mediator between musicians, composers, and the audience. So our job is trying to grab the idea of composer and to convey to our audience.
It depends on what you have to deal with. Sometimes you have to teach an orchestra a new piece. Sometimes an orchestra knows a piece perfectly well and you have to listen to what they have to offer you. So it's a very collaborative job, and in the concert itself it's about inspiration and finding that special magic in the moment.
Conducting is a lot of different things. There's a conducting in the performance, of course, when you actually have an influence to the performance directly. But there's also a whole bunch of work which has to be done before that as a preparation. So you have to be rehearsing with the orchestra, you have to be expressing your view in music, but also helping the orchestra with technical problems.
Is a leader and a musician. So you need to do both.
I think conductor is more important important before the concert. So the conductor should to make the music and the orchestra together.
The most important thing is to help the musicians in the orchestra or choir when they need help.
As my professor says, the conductor is a magician, if we will say in one word. Yeah? He doesn't produce any sounds, ideally, of course. Some conductors tend to sing in their performances, but we have to make magic in front of orchestra to inspire people.